Recording. It is recording. Good evening, all. We are on the road today, and I'm really admiring Brother Dan's etchings on his glasses here.
Brother Dan has etchings on his glass?
He does. Let's check that out. Isn't that cool? Oh, he's going to find out. He's going to try to identify the source of where he got these done in the first place. Mm-hmm. But we're over here for a chilly night, and it is chilly out right now. But
speaking of which.
Okay, Brother Dan, how did you come to find these particular whiskeys?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think I was just I was looking for something else.
Okay.
And then I saw a recommendation.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, well, I will.
So these were ordered and shipped, not found in Virginia ABC?
They were ordered over our website, yes.
Okay. So the Wood Hat Distillers from New Florence, Missouri. We have two corn whiskeys here that we're going to hopefully enjoy. The aged blue corn whiskey, 80 proof, and the cask strength Bloody Butcher red corn whiskey at 122.4. Okay, that's going to be good. I bet it is. Now, what was it you were sharing a minute ago? What is it about this distillery that stands out from others, perhaps?
As I understand it, in an interview, that's how I saw it. I was watching an interview of a guy that goes to different distilleries.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know his provenance, but he seemed to.
He's an influencer now.
Well, he actually seemed to be very well traveled.
Oh, okay.
On his channel. But one of the things he was talking about was a lot of farmers start up distilleries to make use of their corn byproduct and other things, right? But these guys actually went the other way. They were distillers that grow corn specifically for the product.
Okay, so I'm going to presume then that they were already sourcing the corn probably from their community or somewhere not too far away and said, hey, we want to have our own variety, our own hybrids, our own whatever. So,
maybe.
Okay.
I honestly did not watch that guy's video all the way through, but I heard. But I was listening to the guy who operates it, who operates the distillery, right. And I was like, well, he's a kooky guy, but
right.
I kind of like some of the things he had to say, so I just went and ordered some.
Okay.
And figured I'd try it out.
Okay. Now, this is corn whiskey, not bourbon. The distinctions are subtle. Well, first of all, it doesn't have to be aged 2 years to be called straight bourbon whiskey. In fact, it doesn't have to be anything but corn. Oh, that's a nice nose. It's sweet. It's corn sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're doing blue corn now.
We're doing blue corn first. Yeah. I mean, it's got a great whiskey color. Looks great in this Dan Martell Heritage glass here. I'm almost getting some Scotch-like nose on this, but it is definitely not Scotch.
Yeah, it's a little distinct.
I'm not really picking up any. I'm excited to try it.
Okay, so from their website, they claim that the blue corn whiskey has a gentle, well-rounded mouthfeel that only blue corn and a toasted chinkapin barrel can create with a finish so smooth it's hardly noticeable. It's 40% ABV, as I think you just said. They don't share a mash bill.
I would be surprised if it's anything but corn.
Yeah.
Well, is it on the box?
Nope.
Or something close?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
AIDA, that's what I've named our AI assistant.
Yes.
Artificial Intelligence Digital Assistant, AIDA.
Yes.
Wood Hat aged blue corn whiskey is noted for its gentle sweetness and prominent corn flavor with tasting notes of creme brulee and mint. Did you tell me what you got on the nose?
Some Scotch-like nose characteristics. Not a lot of vanilla. Not any leather, tobacco, allspice.
Not any of that?
It smells like your cornbread.
Oh, okay.
It's got some.
After it's been sitting out for
it's got
a couple
some
months?
Well, it's yeah, right. And put some yeast into it.
Yeah.
What did you get on the nose?
I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
very good at that, but
Okay, you don't have to be.
I mean, it does. It even on the nose, it doesn't have the like a traditional bite
Right.
on the nose.
That's the smoothness I think they're trying to sell you on.
Yeah, and it's got a nice warm fuzzy though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like burn. It's just a nice warm coming down.
The distillation philosophy, the founder, Gary Heingartner, says that the common yellow dent corn, which has a little dent in it, lacks the complexity needed for high-quality whiskey. So that's why he uses blue corn and I guess other different corn hybrids in his other corn-based spirits. So there you are.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's enough of a whiskey with an E
Let me have a
characteristic that no, that's not a full boo-boo bourbon
No,
face
it's not
there.
full, but the blue corn whiskey is notable for using Hopi, H-O-P-I, blue
What is
corn,
that?
which is different, in a Native
American
American
Southwest.
variant, which is different from the yellow corn used in most recipes.
It does have a really nice mouthfeel. And when you chew it, clean. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not light like it's just running off your tongue. It's kind of hanging in there well. Not oily, like you can't get it off. Nice mouthfeel. It's got good legs. You can see the candle wax coming down the side here.
It's definitely much different on the tip of the tongue than the back.
Yes. Yeah,
Very
very
night
different
and day.
all over the mouth. Price point on this?
I don't recall.
A reasonable estimate?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I just
I don't even see it.
Okay.
on their website you can. There's a shop where you can.
Okay,
order them.
I'm gonna look.
They were all fairly reasonably priced.
Okay, but oftentimes when I'm, because if you recall the categories I tried to assign to these, buy, bar, or ban.
Mhm.
Buy, of course, is it can be
$48.
Okay, that's a reasonable price.
Yes.
It is.
And it's a unique whiskey, so I would make this a buy. Obviously, they have some shop now for their product features on the website. I think it's just woodspirits.com.
Wood Hat Spirits.
Woodhatspirits.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. So,
They say on the palate that it's smooth, sweet, and Irish whiskey fans will enjoy it.
this would be a good one to sip out by a, fire pit.
This would also be a buy for me. Last time we talked whiskey,
Mm-hmm.
right? I was saying that I'm not really a collector, and I don't keep a lot of bottles around.
Right.
I don't know if this replaces my daily drinkers, right? But I would like to have this as a change of pace, and for when people come over, I think it's a good thing to serve people.
I think that's a great idea for this particular product. This is a good corn whiskey. I'm likely to go out and maybe buy some myself.
Okay.
I don't have it now, but I can make room.
I'm sure you can.
I can make room. So anyway, Wood Hat Spirits, aged blue corn whiskey, just under $50. I think that's a buy. So if you're ready, we'll move on to the next one, which is the cask strength Bloody Butcher red corn whiskey, barrel number 1300. Now, again, they're probably doing something right because this is batch 39, maybe 34. Who knows?
Something.
Anyway. But this one is a single barrel cask strength. Well, it has to be that to do that. Some of the same propaganda on the back is over here, but this one's right up top. Bold and lively.
It is 100% Bloody Butcher red corn and aged in toasted Chickapin white oak barrels.
And this seemed to be a popular buy on their website.
Okay.
It was heavily advertised, and I believe that I saw several recommendations for it. So
This one is slightly pricier at about $69.
Okay. And I would expect that for cask
Well,
strength.
yeah, sure. It's obviously 50% ABV, so 100 proof. It's 4 years. It's aged 4 years.
it's on the nose. It's a lot nuttier.
Yes. I was sitting here thinking, what the heck am I getting here?
Okay, I have to take a sniff. It's a beautiful color.
It is.
And
it's a good whiskey color.
Is that the nose is actually
She didn't make an ugly face, though?
okay, the nose is very, very pleasant.
it's a little sharp, right? Sharper than the last one for sure.
Yeah.
But definitely
Very peppery.
smells a lot nuttier, or maybe earthier.
I think nuttier.
Combination
I think
of the
you're
two.
right.
Blood
That's-
Butcher Red.
Actually, not something I would do. I just didn't do a boo-boo bourbon
Right.
face even on the sip. So, winner, you found well, it's not bourbon whiskey, but you found a whiskey that didn't make me.
Haven't tasted it yet. I'm going to ask you something here. Does the information either from Ada or AIDA or their website indicate a particular varietal for
Yeah.
the red corn?
Heirloom Bloody Butcher estate grown red corn.
All right, because New Revival down in Charleston, okay, they have a Jimmy Red corn whiskey, bourbon whiskey. That I got it on a ride with Mark and Keith down to Florida, out in the middle of nowhere, South Carolina, and it's amazing. It's also a bit more expensive.
So,
Yeah.
so their website says that the Wood Hat Spirits has built its reputation on experimenting with the unique corn varieties and full in-house production. Like Dan said, they built their farm to make their whiskey.
Right.
Would make the prod of the corn to make their.
I think
grow
it's
the corn.
an interesting approach. I think it's interesting is not the right word. It makes sense because you can control your sourcing and you can control the manner in which it's grown and fertilized and harvested and stuff like that. Yeah, it does have a lot of pepper on it.
Yes, but what's interesting is where on the nose it's fairly sharp. It's not as sharp, tasting.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
It's you know it's high octane, but it doesn't taste like high
So
octane.
it's danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
It can
Maybe
get you
At
yeah.
120 plus proof, I really expected to get a little bit more singe of the nose hairs and irritation of the esophagus from the vapors and so on. Wasn't there, but it is unmistakably a higher proof
right.
whiskey.
It doesn't have, and maybe it's just residual from the last one, but it doesn't seem to have as much warmth as the first one does.
Although I'm getting it all in the mouth and right here at the top of the esophagus. This one kind of warmed me all the way down the core.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one apparently on the finish has some chocolate and cacao notes.
Cacao, but not real milk or dark chocolate, maybe. The price on this was 65-ish?
68-ish.
60, 70-ish, okay.
So this is a 70.
I tell you what, if you were to do a blind tasting of these two whiskeys, obviously we got two more to consider here, and hand it to somebody and say, what do you think of this bourbon? Only a really, like somebody like Fred Minnick would be able to pick it up and taste it and say, this is a corn whiskey, not a bourbon whiskey. Right. Because, there's guys out there, like I mentioned, Fred Minnick, he's the guru of bourbon right now, have such refined, and that's the only word I can think to use, refined palates and noses that they can discern, to some degree of accuracy, what the mash bill is, how much barley, how much this, how much that is, or at least that it has some. Whereas, I'm a rookie, I'm a novice, but I do enjoy whiskey, and I've said it a number of times on these little shows. I enjoy going to the smaller craft whiskeys to see what they have. The fellow over at Rock Farm in Luray, when I was over there with Keith, we rode over there on our motorcycles one day, got to talk to about all this nonsense about, everything. He says, with whiskey, I don't care about nose and palate. I either like it or I don't.
Right.
Okay,
That's
so
perfectly fine.
this one Bourbon Obsessed website claims that he's figured out that it's 75% Bloody Butcher corn, 25% wheat.
Oh, so not entirely.
Well, I mean, it's not.
If that's accurate. If that's accurate.
And actually, like I said, I think I'm not sure it's that much of a secret. When I was watching that initial video that kind of brought me to their site, they were talking about, mash bills and splits and all that. They didn't go through every whiskey, but they did discuss some of them. And this was, I think, one of the ones they discussed, but I don't remember the details.
Because you've slept since then.
I'll tell you what, even at...
Also, it took Bill a long time to actually get over here to do this. So.
Well,
I've been out of town.
I know.
Even at that price point, I would make that. I'd make that a buyer recommendation on.
Oh, it was Bloody Dapper that's 25% wheat, not Bloody Butcher, but still.
Okay. I would make that a buyer recommendation. I maybe could have done it here. We could have put a little water in it and toned it down just a little bit. I like it with just a couple of drops is all you should really need there.
I know. I've got so little left.
Yeah. But that's all it takes, because if you're by volume, you're reducing it a little bit. Maybe it'll smooth it out a bit. Again, a preference for supporting small craft distillers who are really embracing a.
It's better without the water.
Okay, there you go. Find that to be true on many of the cask strength things, because that's why you're getting it. You want it for the heat. You want it. You don't drink cask strength stuff to get the alcohol and get drunk. You drink it because it has different characteristics. It's got different warmths, different heat come through, different flavor profiles come through. Anything else to be said about these two?
Well, so for me, this might be bar. It's not a buy for me.
Okay.
But I think that is a personal preference, not a recommendation for the masses.
Is it bar because a combination of factors like price and maybe the taste is not quite there?
No, price has nothing to do with it. It's just, first of all, if I was... These two aren't really for the same purpose, I don't think, right? Like, they're...
I would make a Manhattan with this. I wouldn't with that.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I also think that, with my taste and my style, I think this is more of like a daily drinker for me.
Right.
Than this would be like a rare occasion.
Yeah.
And although I like it, I'm not sure I like it enough to stock it for my rare occasion. But I would have it for others, I guess. So,
imagining into the future, when you've had a few friends who've come over and said, "Hey, what do you got that's interesting, that's got a little punch to it," and you get down to where the bottle's emptied, you won't replace it.
I would replace it for the bar.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like I like to have stuff that.
But as a recommendation for others who might consider it or whatever.
Yeah. What does bar mean to you?
Bar means find it in a bar, try it,
before
if you like it, and then spend the money.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then yes, I would say that's still true for me.
Okay.
Because I think this would suit a lot of palates.
Yes.
Where this probably suits certain palates.
Fewer people. Yeah.
And so. I was misunderstanding the bar.
Okay.
Bar. This I would buy for myself,
right.
And I would buy it repeatedly.
Okay.
And I would go through it.
Yeah.
This I would keep in my stock.
Oh, for your personal bar.
And then when people come over, I might serve them this, and then however long it takes to empty that bottle, I'd replace it if I didn't have another slot for that.
All right. So just as a reminder,
this is competing against a lot of other unique options.
Yeah.
In my
that's an excellent point. Excellent point.
This doesn't compete with anything. This I would just have because I'm like, it's Friday, long week. Or
maybe a little taller for it.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, as a reminder, buy is if you find it, buy it. Okay, and the factors that I put into that are how unique it is, how distinct it is, what are its characteristics, but I also try to balance it with price, because if it's a really good but a really high price, I might make it a bar for that reason. Okay, if it's an exceptional and a high price, I'd say buy. Okay, that's that, and then the ban, toss it from your existence, never speak of it again.
This one is not a buy for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pigeonhole what I'd use it for into your 3 categories.
Well, I like the way you described it. Kind of have it in the back for in case somebody comes by and what you got that's
Right.
That'd light me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact: the Chinkapin white oak is
The barrel.
air dried and rain washed for years before they make a barrel out of it to mellow the tannins.
We had another whiskey that had the same.
Isn't that cute?
The Royal We had another whiskey not quite so long ago that had the same treatment, where they harvested their own lumber, cut it to not dimensional size, but they cut it to the size that the coopers would want to work with, and then they let it age outdoors, uncovered, so it would rain and dry and rain and dry and rain and dry until they were ready to make the barrels the way they wanted to make it. So that's interesting.
They also have like so don't quote me on this because I don't know if I'm remembering exactly right.
Be on video.
They also, what I'm saying is, I think this is what I remember
As I recall.
hearing, as I recall.
Yes.
They also have, when they're doing their processing and going from vat to vat to vat and all that kind of stuff, they actually have, it's green, but it's like, they also have a old school, like before modern electricity process of transferring it to vats and all that kind of stuff.
Like maybe gravity or siphons or something like that?
I don't exactly remember, but basically it doesn't come into contact with any plastic rubber joints or anything like that.
Or impellers and pumps and stuff like that.
Exactly. No pumps, nothing like that.
That's interesting.
It's I believe straight metal all the time from start to finish.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
That's probably something that really contributes to the quality of the product then. Yeah.
So I found something else. It's under a Jephthah Creed, and that's a distiller.
Yep.
Bloody Butcher corn is an heirloom variety that traces its roots back to 1840s Virginia. So I don't know.
Wow.
It said Hopi, but this dent corn gets its name from the fact that what starts as a white corn when young develops a deep blood red color as it matures on the stalk. It was widely planted throughout the East and Midwest and considered a good all-around crop.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
There was one other thing here. It's a smaller yield, so it is a little more exclusive, I guess, in the distilling. Wood Hat Spirits has been a leading proponent in the use of this kind of corn, and Gary Heingardner, the founder and owner, has likened the near universal use of yellow dent corn in distilling as if the whole wine industry in this United States only used Concord grapes. So I thought that was cute. I thought that was cute.
And he actually does wear a wood hat.
Okay.
That's where the name comes from.
There was a picture on their website. The
Like the
wood
cork
hat.
hats we saw in Portugal.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in. We're going to kind of take a brief break here and set up to do a couple more offerings from the Wood Hat
Care of
Spirits.
Dan. Yay.
Aloha. Bye-bye.
Yep.